guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be getting into modular machinery and stepping right into Age 4. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, lots of stuff has went down in between episodes. I went ahead and moved a lot of stuff. Up there, I no longer have the steel producer. I don't know why, I can never remember names, but I went ahead and made I had two of them in there, so I went ahead and made three, because the steel production, man, we just need a lot more steel, and it just feels like I'm constantly running out. So what happened is I decided to make another coke brick, and what I have oak wood, tons of oak wood, just going into this, making charcoal. It's not producing that much creosote. I mean, it's producing enough. I went ahead and put a tank up here, and out back, I just have the liquid hoppers pushing into the fluid pipes into that tank. And then up here, I have the trash can void whenever I decide to start voiding out that, which I don't think we're going to have that big of a problem, but that is something that is there. And then down here, I have the reinforced blast brick furnace. So that's what I was trying to think of. I don't know why I couldn't remember the name. But yeah, this guy is all set up. I got upside down hoppers taking the main chest in here, and then out back I also have it pulling out all of the whatever it's called. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it. The slag. I have all of that pulling out of there, and things are working just as they should. I also went ahead and made another pump jack to kind of pull up more fluid, more oil. This is still just seems like it's just not enough power to really keep everything running. It is producing diesel. I do need to kind of come over here. I'm pretty sure I turned this. No, I guess I didn't turn it off. But I need to turn this off. This has been pumping, and I mean, we have tons of liquids here. Look at that, 200. That's 211 buckets. 211 buckets of kerosene, and that is 105 buckets of lubricant. I did have a lot of diesel. Diesel will slowly start building up back in here. As of right now, it's kind of stuck, but that's because it's filling this, and then once it fills this, once it fills that all the way, then it'll start filling this back up. But it's also splitting it between the diesel generator as of right now, so it might take a little while. But yeah, I had that running off camera. Also over here, I've had this running, but if I run this, it doesn't produce diesel as fast, so I've been running it on and off every now and then. Trying to produce as much steam as possible, and this is what we have. We have 233 buckets of that stuff. So today, we're going to be using the steam. We're going to be turning that steam using the naphtha, and we're going to turn this stuff, we're going to turn that into plastic. So that's what we're going to be working on today, is unlocking plastic. It's all in our guide here. As you can see, there's the Modular Machinery chemical mixer, and it says you can mix with naphtha, steam to create propane, and then we're going to take that propane and we're going to turn that into liquid plastic. So that's what we're going to be working on today. All right, so we're going to be diving into modular machinery. Now, I've already, last episode, prepped all of the modularium plates. I'm still working on making more of them, because I'm sure later on down the road we're going to need tons of them. So as you can see, I am working on getting the last bit of that done. It is quite a bit. But yeah, we're going to be hopping into this. So we need to make a chemical mixer today, and we're also going to make a liquid processor. Both of these are kind of interesting. I don't know if we actually have to make the sheet. If we do, I mean, it's really simple. As you can see, it's just coal coke, string, and that just makes the blueprint. But I don't know if we actually need the blueprint, because we have the machine. We're actually going to build the functional machine, unless this is required in some fashion somewhere. I don't really know. But yeah, I guess this is like the recipe. It shows you what you can do. So as you can see, steam and naphtha gives you molten propane. And it requires, what, 1 RF a tick, which is like nothing, like really efficient. And then on the other hand, we have this liquid processor, and this requires 5 FE per tick, which I'm sure FE also is the same as RF. It's transferable. I'm sure. I don't know. We'll find out whenever we build these things. Because I didn't see like a generator. even though I'm sure you could create your own power source with this mod if you were a mod dev. Pretty interesting mod. It may not look like much, but you can basically make your own machines with this mod. If you're a mod developer or a modpack developer and you don't have the machine needed, this right here is what you would use to make your own machine, like something that does this, that takes propane and turns into plastic. You know, a machine like that you're just not going to find. So let's get to making some cases. I think it's 20 a piece. We are going to make this one, and this one requires 20 machine casings, 2 fluid hatches, 2 fluid input hatches, a fluid output hatch, and an energy acceptor, and then of course the machine controller itself. But we're going to be making this for 2. This one also requires 20 machine casings, 1 machine controller, except this one requires only 1 fluid and 1 input, or 1 fluid output, 1 fluid input, and also requires energy. So I do have everything ready to go in my inventory for that. And I went ahead and got a lot of pipes, made those. Those are super, I mean, this is really cheap at this point, since we just have so much iron pumping in. But we're going to make a few of these. There's 16. That's why I'm producing more of these, because I figured we were going to run out. Actually, let's just go ahead and make as many as we can. I need to leave a couple plates left over, because I think it's required in like the controller and stuff like that. And I think we're good. So we have the 20. Yeah, we totally have enough for our 2 separate machines here. We have enough for the controller. I think the only thing left is to make this, which requires glass, redstone. We need to make some more vacuum tubes. And I think I have... No, I don't. I need some copper. Some more copper. I'm going to have to turn these into some plates, guys. I could. Let me send a couple off. I might have... No, I don't have any more in there. I'll send a few off. But this right here is still a little bit faster when you're in a hurry, like I am right now. I'm just going to pop and make a few of these. And I think... Yeah, I think I broke my other cutters, so... I'm going to have to use my brand new pair. Let's go ahead and use these. Throw that back in there. Alright, so we have that. With some redstone. I think it was glass, wasn't it? Yeah, it was vacuum tube, glass. It says black stained glass. I think it's any glass. Copper wire and redstone. I have my glass on me. There we go. There's quite a few of those. And then we need to use these to make this. So insulated, I actually have quite a bit of that. So let's go ahead and make the rest of that. There we go. And we can store this where I have all the other green dye. And then, bam. We can make some more circuit boards. Awesome. Kind of throw these in here. I only need 2 of them. So there we go. So back to the modular machines. And we should be able to make 2 of those. 2 of the controllers. Pretty simple. We have the 20 cases. Or we did. There it is. 1 plate left over for some odd reason. We are going to need cases, I do believe, for each one of those. So that's where I was making more of these. Ooh, we got the advancement modularity. Where did that come from? Ooh, right here. Okay. So, we're going to need to take these, make a couple more cases. For the simple fact that we need them to craft. Alright. We are going to need small item inputs. Maybe, no, we actually need these as well. Okay. So So yeah, small item inputs. Let's start first. Let's do small item inputs. I think we only need... We don't need item inputs. That's right. We need liquid inputs. The fluid input hatches. 3 of those. The fluid output hatches. Oh yeah, it's the bucket. I have all that though. Fluid output hatches. Oh, I need to make hoppers. No, I don't. There we go. Okay. Fluid output hatches. There we go. We only need 2 of those. 1 for each machine. And then, last but not least, 2 energy hatches. And guys, I think we have enough machines. I think we have enough blocks. The only thing we're missing is the 20 apiece. There we go. And we're good. Good. We can now build these things. It does look like it is becoming nighttime, as you can see off in the distance. So I'm going to go ahead and sleep and come back in the morning. All right, guys. So now we need to figure out how to actually build these things. There are, like, you can actually click on here, and if you hold shift, it'll make a preview of it, so you can build it that way. I don't know how necessary that is going to be. I am kind of curious. I guess this uses a couple more blocks than the other one. So this does have a block at the very bottom. So it's just like on the back, we have the power. On these 2 sides, this is going to be the controller. This is the input and output hatches. Red is, I do believe, the output. Green is the input. And the other side, we have another input. So, I wish both inputs were on the same side, I guess, but it's no big deal. So we'll put steam probably over here, and we'll put the naphtha here. But we got to get this thing built. So, power is going to be on the back. We'll have to figure out a way to kind of get the power going back there, but for right now, I think it'll be just fine. I'm going to build it back one, just like this. Controller here. We're going to have a fluid input hatch on the side here, and a fluid output hatch here. The rest is just going to be these orange blocks and a base. Actually, this back one is a power energy input hatch. And then on the other side is a input hatch. Just like this. And we just build the rest of the machine like such. And there it goes. And now it's a functioning machine. Right here. Okay, so we do need the blueprint, so that's okay. We will get that set up whenever we get there. But right here, I'm going to put this machine. So let's take a look at this. So the processor. So the input hatch is green. It goes over here. So, and then the output hatch is going to go over here. Good. That's actually, that works out just fine. Because look there. So I can basically have a pipe going. But this one is completely hollow in the center. See? So, still the same setup, power in the back. So let's go ahead and do that. We can set the energy guy here. Basically wrap this all around. Fluid input hatch will be here. Output hatch will be here. And just like this with the controller. And voila. There we go. So yeah, all we have to do is now make this recipe, which shouldn't take very long at all. I do have some coal coke, I do believe, still resting over here. Or it may actually already be gone. Oh, I have it right here. See, there's our coal coke. And we have the blue dye. I'm going to go ahead and make those up real quick and be right back. All right, so I got these guys hooked up to power now. I do have the blueprints ready to go. So this is the chemical mixer. There we go. That is in there now. And there we go. This is in there now. So, status, the machine recipe found. No machine recipe found. What? Okay, blueprint found, liquid processor. Structure found, liquid processor. Status, no machine found. That's probably okay. I'm sure whenever we start putting liquid in here, it will work. It does seem like this is fully functional, which is working for me. But all we have to do is get the fluids in there now. So it's going to be tunnel time. Like, I'm going to have to dig down. We're going to be digging some tunnels because I need to go way down and connect over here to the steam. Actually, may just travel this direction, pumping steam down underneath here and connect it over that way. I think that might be what I do. I will need to go pretty far down. I'll go 2 down and mine all the way there. And then over here, I'm going to put a marker right here. That way I know where to turn. And just like that. I should be able to kind of go through here and get this done. All right, and here's all of this now coming together. This should work out really good. I really do love these pipes. Immersive engineering pipes for the win. Man, they are just really good pipes. Okay. So we can head back up. And that should be connected. As soon as they turn it on, things will start working. But for right now, things are going to be fine. Let's see. Right here, I need that connected to here. So this one actually doesn't have to be that deep. This one can just be, you know, normal, or just like this. Need to find where the hole's at, though. There we go. And this one's pretty easy to hook up. We'll just actually backtrack this one. Take this one back around. And I'll get out of here. Or at least try to. And hopefully we don't have any mobs spawn on us, because it is getting dark. There we go. Now that's fully done. We can close everything up, including this mess over here. I don't really think there was much of a mess over there. No. Okay, all we got to do now is flip some levers. Oh, maybe there was a little mess. There we go. Fix that. And we'll flip the lever. Now that's inputting the steam. And this over here should be receiving naphtha. There's naphtha. Ooh, actually we could have ran the pipe up in the front. We're going to do that because I have a feeling I mean, we can block it from connecting to the other pipe, but I'd actually prefer it not to even be touching at all, and me don't have to worry about that. Plus, it kind of looks cooler that way. There we go. So, naphtha there. This stuff here. Steam. And we're producing petroleum. And then connect that there. That should... Oops. Let me go back here. Looks like I put a pipe where I didn't need to get a pipe. And that says it is empty. Okay. So, with that, that could be... I might need to move this machine over one then. Because these tanks also work as pumps. So it might be better if we have this thing tanked. Like hook it up to a tank. I don't know. I don't know. Man, or I could just use... Actually, I'll probably get into the engines. I can pump fluids, I do believe, with the engines. Let's take a look at that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start getting this BuildCraft stuff done. So all we really need is a wooden fluid pipe, the extraction pipe. And unfortunately, it's not a very fast pipe, but it is the extraction pipe. So, yeah. It only does 10 millibuckets a tick, which is not very much, but I think it'll definitely get the job done for what we're working on. But we do need to make a few things. We need to make the Redstone Engine. Pretty... it's a little more complicated than the normal recipe for this thing. I've seen the normal recipe like in normal vanilla packs or kitchen sink packs. It's within the mod itself it's pretty easy, but in here it's a little bit harder. But we need to make the wooden extraction pipe, and we take one of those pipes and actually take this, and it makes its own kind of pipe sealant. And yeah, we'll just make this one a fluid pipe. These are actually regular transport pipes. So, pretty interesting. I'll actually probably throw this stuff in with that. And then we need a lever, basically to give this thing some power. And with this, we can transfer fluids over. We don't need a tank. We can do like direct fluid transfers. So whereas this doesn't push fluids out, this will. So right here is the push. I can set that here. Throw a redstone signal on that. It's going to start pumping fluids. It should anyways. There it goes. And filling that up. And it goes, you know, pretty fast. It's kind of cool. I actually like the way they have it animated now. It is actually functional and does work. And as you can see, this is being converted over to this. Now we do want a bucket of this. If we can get a bucket. Might need to turn the Redstone Engine off. I think we need a bucket of both of these. Let's turn this off. Let this produce about a bucket's worth. There's one bucket of that. And we needed a bucket of this. And look at that, guys. We have now went to here. So now we need to make plastic. The plastic molder for Modular Machinery will convert liquid plastic into plastic sheets. So we're going to have to make another one of these machines. Luckily, I have been working on getting more of that stuff ready. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and get the materials ready and we'll come back and build it. All right, so I have everything ready to go to build this machine. I did go ahead and make some more fluid pipes and stuff like that. So let's take a look at modular machines again. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the plastic molder. And this is how this thing looks. So it's very simple, very, very basic looking machine. Even smaller, uses even less material, or even fewer materials. So let me go ahead and not place that there. Place this like so. Like that. I do want to keep this because I think I want to have like a road going this direction, kind of over here as well. And so I don't want these directly on each other. Yeah, there we go. And we also need the energy input there. Pretty sure this is a solid, just like that. We'll have the controller here. We'll have the fluid input hatch here. The item output hatch here. And the rest is just these blocks. And there we go. And then we need to throw the recipe in there, just like that. Everything's found and good. Now, we have to set this up. So we need to take our extraction pipe, set it here. I think we can dig down and hook this up to the bottom. Like that, and we can use a lever. And we can put it on the bottom. We can kind of hide it if we want. I don't really plan on stopping this machine. So it running constantly will work just fine for me. So as you can see, it is filling up. And I want to run the fluid across here. It will take a little bit of time for the fluid to run across because these are fairly slow pipes. But boy, does that look cool going in there. How cool is that? With the shadows and everything through the pipe. That is some cool stuff. I really like what Buildcraft is doing. Man, yeah. They're actually making functional pipes that look very nice. So, all we gotta do now is hook this thing up to power. And I think we're ready to go. So we just need one of these. Insulated cable. And we're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. Hook this up. Guys, and we're fixing to be in age 4. We are fixing to be in age 4, guys. Look at that. Progress. These are really nice machines. And look at that. Plastic. As soon as I take this, it's going to lag a bit, I'm sure. But let's do this. Yep, there's the lag. As the world changes, unlocks things. What's going to happen? Okay. You lost access to stage 3 mob. Looky there. Nice. So yeah, we unlocked all of this stuff. I do need to take a look think this got unlocked when I was testing stuff. I need to actually remove that. There's no need for it. I mean, or I can just leave it and just make it. It isn't that big of a deal. It's just the prospector. Let's see. And Certus quartz, of course, we've already found stuff. We've already found Certus quartz. So, how did we find Certus quartz? I'm curious about that. That one I am curious about. Because we're not even able to see Certus quartz. Unless it did drop from... I think it might drop in the abyssal world. Or how did I get this stuff? I don't honestly have a clue on this one. Maybe you guys know. You guys can let me know. But man, oh, look at unlocked applied energistics. We have a different plastic mixer. The end. All of this stuff is now open. I am still kind of curious about that. I mean, we do have deposits of it now, but I wonder where I ended up getting Certus quartz. Huh. I'm kind of curious. Because like, even having the ability to spawn this in, you can't. Because I couldn't even see it until then. Let's see. Strange. I don't know. I thought I remember seeing the stuff, but I don't remember where. Well, anyways, we're gonna get it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I wish I had it, because I guess I could get started with getting into refined storage. Does refined storage really require regular inscribing? We have the choice between refined storage and applied energistics, right? So refined storage, what does it require? Oh goodness. This is okay. It's understandable. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah. And then this, yeah, it requires, I guess the solderer is gone, right? Yep, you have to use the inscriber. How do you make this? How do you make the presses? In an assembly controller. Yes. Okay, so this is another mod that I know nothing about that we're going to have to learn. It's part of Pneumatic Craft. I mean, I know a little bit about Pneumatic Craft, but this is probably later, like mid-game Pneumatic Craft stuff. Oh man, like looking at it, I'm like, oh, what am I going to get into? What am I getting into? Man, we've gotten so far into this pack. I'm super excited. We now have cooking with blockheads? For real? And what does this actually do for us? Because we don't have that much stuff to actually cook, do we? I don't know. But maybe we unlock more foods. I only see 117 pages. We had almost that. It only added a couple more pages to us between now and the last time. Oh well, we'll get through all this. We'll figure everything out. Pneumatic Craft should be unlocked. It is. I love the drones. The Pneumatic Craft unlocks the tablets as well. And these tablets are pretty interesting. Like, you can actually send drones out and they'll come and you give them certain items and they'll give you items back. So if you give them oil, they'll give you stabilized metal. And vice versa. If you give them certain materials like kerosene, they'll give you stabilized. Or you can give them stabilized and they'll give you oil. Kind of interesting how this works, but it's a pretty cool mod. And it looks like, I mean, with plastic, we're gonna have plastic for days, and this unlocks an easier recipe for conveyor belts, which is awesome. I'll take that. All the industrial foregoing machines. Oh man, our lives are going to get so much easier with the industrial foregoing stuff. Block breaker. Look at that. That only requires a gold gear. Automation. Oh, it requires this. Oh, okay. Still not that hard. Oh, we're going to get into this. Don't know what this thing is, though. Okay. Says I don't know what it is, but it shows I can make it. Oh, maybe not. Anyways, it does unlock quite a bit of things. So we're going to be pushing our way through this. It looks like we get to go to the end. I'm kind of curious how that's going to go. I need to make some OP armor with some OP bows. Maybe crossbow, yo-yo, whatever we can do to kind of defeat the dragon and not die would be nice. I wonder if I could use the airship to fight the dragon. I wonder. I know that the airship will be very good for the end. But I don't know. We're getting there, guys. We're in age 4. Age 4. This is super awesome. All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go.